Hey everyone, welcome back. We are on day 8 today, so you've made it through a whole week. Congrats, you're doing awesome. This is the way that we build new habits and create new neural pathways in our minds, is just by showing up again and again, sitting on that meditation cushion and restarting with these practices. And as I'm introducing a lot of different practices and methods to you, you might notice that some of them really work for you well, and then others you sort of feel like, I don't know what this lady's talking about, this isn't working for me. And that's okay. You're not gonna have to practice all of these different methods to be cultivating presence in your life. Just find out what works for you and then do more of that. But this is really, this 30-day series is a sampling of different tools and practices that you can kind of then piece together the parts that feel like they're calling you and feel really important to you on your path of inner work for this particular time period that you're in. And then maybe later, some other practices might reveal themselves as more relevant for you in a different phase of life. So just keep that in mind. This is a sampling. So today we are still working with our heart center explicitly. So the practice we will work with is called a loving kindness meditation, or a metta meditation. That's the Pali word for loving kindness. And this is a practice that comes from the Buddhist tradition. And I find it to be very, very effective for getting into our hearts and for seeing clearly what gets in the way of having a loving and kind response or intention towards ourselves and towards others. So sometimes we don't just feel all blissed out in this type of meditation. We might feel agitated because we're noticing little stories or judgments or things that get in the way about maybe why I don't deserve to receive this type of loving attention, or maybe that feels uncomfortable. So that's information, right? That gives us a clue as to, I have some work to do there. And so that doesn't mean you're failing at this practice. It's just, what can you observe and learn while you are doing this practice? Okay? So the idea behind a loving kindness meditation is that we are using our mind to direct our attention towards different people and sending them loving, friendly wishes. And this isn't so much to try to change the other person, or if we're the one in the seat sending wishes to ourselves, it's not even to try to change ourselves, but it is to lay down a new pathway, a new track within our own heart. And so just like we can retrain our minds to move from a certain pattern of thinking to a different pattern of thinking, that's called neuroplasticity. The same concept applies here with our hearts. We might be stuck in an emotional rut of, for example, maybe envy or disappointment or frustration or resentment or shame. And all of that is normal. It's part of being a human being, but we can retrain our hearts to open to more positive and loving experiences and feelings. So that's what we're going to be working with in this practice today. And since we only have a short amount of time together, we'll do about a 15-minute practice. We won't get through all of the different stages of a traditional loving kindness meditation. Traditionally, we would send loving kindness to ourselves and then to a benefactor. That's someone who has benefited our life in positive ways, whether it's a friend or a teacher, a mentor, something like that. And then we would send it to neutral people. That might be like the neighbor across the street or the person working the cash register at the grocery store, someone we passed on our walk this morning, someone we see but don't really know. That's a neutral person. And then we would move on to what's called a difficult person. So we wouldn't want to choose like the most difficult person in our life, but someone who's like kind of rubbing us the wrong way or sort of annoying us today. That's a good person to choose to practice sending loving kindness even to that person. So it's about changing our own hearts, because staying in ill will or judgment or resentment doesn't feel good. Like the effects of that on my own heart and my own experience when I'm holding on to those emotions, they don't feel good. It's not the way that I want to show up in this world. And so, we're laying down a new track and seeing what else is possible. So we won't get through that whole progression, probably just through a few of them. But that's you can take this practice really far and then expand it even out to like the whole world and to all living beings, right? So we'll see how far we get today, and just do your best again to follow along, to keep coming back, stick with it, even if you're feeling like, I don't know, I'm not in a loving space, maybe this meditation isn't for me. That's okay. Stick with it. You will still find some really interesting things to observe within yourself as we do this. So let's settle in and find a comfortable posture. By now you know you're getting some ideas about what that feels like in your body. And then choosing if you're going to have your eyes open or closed. If they're open, just gently drop your gaze down in front of you. And I will start us with this bell and close us with the bell. So taking a conscious breath, I begin to remember where I am right here in this room, in this body. And I drop into the present moment by finding my body through sensations, by feeling what there is to be felt in the felt sense of my body, sitting here in this chair, breathing. And I take a few breaths to really allow my attention to be on the body, and to release unnecessary tension from the body. Any places where I'm holding unnecessary tightness or gripping, just letting the body melt into softness. We're going to start our loving kindness practice today by bringing to mind someone who is really easy to love. For most of us, that's either a young child in our life or maybe even a pet. Dog or a cat. Maybe it's a best friend, a human best friend. But bring to mind this being, someone I don't have a complicated relationship with. When I think of them, I can feel this inner smile and softening. And it's easy for me to wish them well. So noticing already the impact that that has on my heart space when I bring this being to mind. And keeping them in mind, I begin to say silently inside of myself these loving phrases, these friendly wishes for this person or this animal. And you can just repeat these phrases after me silently inside of yourself. And you might even want to put a hand on the heart to bring energy and attention there. So with this person in mind, may you be happy. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be safe and protected. May you be healthy and strong. And I'm not necessarily visualizing this person or being doing anything. Just really placing my focus on this friendly intention in my heart. Noticing the capacity within my own heart to care and to be kind. And so I say again to this being, may you be happy. May you be safe and protected. May you be healthy and strong. May you be peaceful and at ease. And I just begin to notice the impact that this is having in my heart space. Maybe it can be felt as energy in the heart or a literal sense of expansion. Sometimes when the heart energy expands, there's even like a little bit of an ache in the chest for some people. So just know that that's normal because we're learning to grow our capacity for love. And with this energy that has been cultivated towards this person or being who's easy to love, I now transfer all of that energy towards myself the best I can. And I send myself these loving wishes. May you be happy. May you be safe and protected. May you be healthy and strong. May you be peaceful and at ease. Maybe it feels a little awkward to be giving myself this much loving attention, or maybe I believe I don't deserve these things. Those are all just beliefs and thoughts and habits. It doesn't necessarily mean they're true. So as I notice those thoughts or beliefs coming in, just notice and set them aside and come back to my intention to send love and care to myself as best I can. And so I say to myself again, may you be happy. May you be safe and protected. May you be healthy and strong. May you be peaceful and at ease. And if something is coming up in my mind or heart that seems to be getting in the way of this pure intention of care, then I can direct these phrases directly towards that part in myself that's having a hard time. And just work with that. May you be happy. May you be safe and protected. May you be healthy and strong. May you be peaceful and at ease. And if there is some feeling of care or warmth or expansion or kindness in the heart, just drop the phrases, let go of the words, and let all of your awareness just go to what it feels like to have this care showing up right here in this heart. And breathe into that and receive it. This heart has the capacity for kindness. And I can appreciate that. And by bringing awareness to it, allow it to grow. Knowing that if it's difficult, it's okay. I'm doing my best, and I know this takes time and practice. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be happy. So in a moment, I'm going to ring the bell. But if you'd like to stay with this feeling or repeating these phrases to yourself for a longer time, or if you want to send them to other people, you can just pause the video and stay with this as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. It can feel really vulnerable in these heart center practices, so if this is new to you, be very gentle with yourself and just know that whatever you are feeling or encountering is okay and it's normal and it's human, and this is why we practice, because it is difficult. So thank you again for practicing with me. If you're enjoying these videos, go ahead and just like the video and leave me a comment underneath in the comment section and let me know how it's going for you. I would love to hear from you. And doing that also helps YouTube share these videos with more people. You know, that's sort of how the algorithms work, is the more likes there are and the more comments they are, the more it gets shared. So that's a simple way that you can give back and share the benefits of this practice. Well, thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.